Cancer, my Cancer babies, welcome back. Or if you're new here, I love you already, welcome. If you do like this reading, please hit that subscribe button below if you're new. Cancer, this is going to be a reading for the month of April. We're going to have a look at two aspects. The first one we're going to do is the finance and career, your finance and career for April, and the second, love and relationships. So first of all, finance and career. Spirit, what have we got for Cancer for finance and career for April 2021? Finance and career for April. Chariot. Finance and career for April. So I see you, Cancer, possibly you already have made a decision that you've been thinking on for quite a while. And because it's the Queen of Swords, it's a wise decision. It's been well researched, well thought out, that kind of thing. I don't know what that decision is yet. We'll take it as we go. Yeah, I think you're looking to change completely, to release yourself from your current situation. Perhaps you're looking for a new job, or you've made that decision, or you've decided to sell something really big, or even just stop supporting somebody who's putting a burden on your financial resources, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, and I think the reason you've made this decision is because you've become a little impatient perhaps on your progress in your career. You feel like you've been working and working and working, and maybe somebody's, you know, maybe a promotion's come up and somebody else has got it, or you've been promised stuff and your employer or your investment or whatever is not delivering, and that's why you've been thinking and been making this decision. Yeah, and this confirms it. I think for a while now, because this is in your past, for a while now you've been looking for something new, and looking for something new that may be quite a big jump from where you are right now. It might even involve moving or relocating. Maybe your big financial decision is selling a house, because it certainly looks like, you know, the two of wands comes up when you're looking far ahead, and far ahead can sometimes literally mean far away, like a relocation. Let's see what's going on in your head. Yeah, look at it. You're just thinking about money. You're being sensible. And you're not being greedy about it, but you just know that a change has to be made, and it's been on your mind, and it's still on your mind. You know, the whole day you have this thing on your mind. In the immediate future, you might not be immediately happy with your decision. Let's put it that way. But we'll look a little bit forward, because this is kind of the heartbreak card, like you're disappointed. And if it's not in a love and relationship, meaning it really means you've been let down, and you know, and that seems to be coming in the near future, but that's by no means the outcome. I'm just saying short term you may hit a stumbling block. So for instance, part of your decision may have been to change your job, and you're finding it really, really hard. You didn't think it was going to be this difficult to find another job. Or if your decision was to sell your house, for instance, you know, maybe the estate agents come back to you and said, well, you can expect this amount, and you were expecting a lot more. So in the short term, I see a stumbling block, Cancer. Cancer, what the universe is saying to you is that if you hit stumbling blocks, it is not the end of the world. Okay, I know you Cancers, you know, handling criticism is difficult, handling disappointment is difficult, but I promise you it will be better. The overriding energy for the reading I'm looking here is that your life is in control. Okay, so even if you hit a stumbling block, it's not the end of the world. Change is all around you, Cancer. Whether you know it or not, big changes are coming. And as an example, I'm not saying that's what it is. Let's say you're looking for a new job. Maybe you've been focusing on the future of a career, and suddenly you get a retrenchment notice, for instance, which might spur you on, get a retrenchment package. Or if you're selling your house, maybe if you're thinking of selling your house, maybe your company asks you to relocate to somewhere else, and you have to sell your house anyway. But change is coming. It's in the air already. Yeah, in fact, this big changes are coming, and the universe is kind of giving you that little heads up and saying, big change is coming. Start preparing yourself. Don't be disappointed at the small stumbling blocks, because the stumbling blocks are small, because you have this element of control. The universe is protecting you. And I see, at least for the month of April, things are going to be a little bit of a battle for you. Okay? But even though the month of April may seem like a battle, and you're going to feel like nothing's working out for you, don't lose faith, don't lose heart, because things are in control and they're changing the way they should be changing. So any changes that come up, anything that upsets your plans, it may just be a message from the universe saying, don't worry, I'm just changing this now, I'm just throwing things up in the air a little bit, and where they land, it's going to be good because of this control. I want to clarify this Chariot. Excuse me, I need a cup of tea. Clarify the Chariot for me, Spirit. Yeah, I think temptations are going to come around, okay? And temptations are going to come around, especially at times when you're feeling really stuck, you know? So let's say you're applying for new jobs or whatever. Or you get an offer on your house that is, the temptation is to jump in, okay? But the universe is saying you're being protected. You're going to see the temptations for what they are, even when you're in a low spot, okay? Because here you've got the Page of Swords here looking after you and saying, hey, come on guy, you know, let's look to the future. Is this really what you want? That's why I think you have the great sense of control over this month. So even though April may not work out exactly as you want, all the things that are happening in the background are already conspiring to make things better, possibly in June or July. Okay. In the short term, I think you're going to suffer some disappointments in April, but the universe is saying, please, any little disappointment is not the end of the world. Okay. Change is happening. Change is in the air. It might not come immediately, and when it does come, you're going to have no control over the change. There's going to be a little bit of battle, but you're in control, okay? And your mind is in the right place in terms of sorting your goals out. So I really wouldn't be concerned at the end of the day. So just take note when you're up against a bit of criticism, or something you've applied for doesn't come through, or that offer doesn't happen that you're hoping for. It's not the end of the world, okay? Because things are going to change, and they're going to change for the better. I hope that helps, Cancer. So now we're going to do your love and relationships, and while I shuffle, because you know it takes about 3 hours to shuffle, and it's plenty of time to go down and hit the like button, and there's even enough time to hit the subscribe button, and you'll find there's time to hit the little notification button if you feel like it as well. Thank you, Cancer. My channel's quite small, and I'm hoping to grow it and become YouTube famous and have lots of money. We all wish, don't we? Right, Spirit, let's have a look. Love and relationship for Cancer for the month of April. Love and relationships for the month of April for Cancer. What advice can we give Cancer for love and relationships in April on the shuffle? And that wants to come out over there. Cancer. So if you come here specifically to look at the love and relationships, I think you feel like you're being cheated in some way. You know, not cheated on, but just being cheated out of something in your relationship. So maybe you feel you giving and giving, and the other person is taking and taking. And you're sitting considering your options right now, taking a little bit of time for yourself and considering your options. Interesting. And quite possibly you're looking around at your friends or on social media or even TV, or and you think you deserve a little bit better, you know, like everybody else seems to have everything. So I see what's well, you know, this could even have to do with, in a relationship there may be financial inequality. Perhaps you feel that you're giving all the financial support to this relationship, and that's what's making it feel uneven. Or perhaps you feel that your partner's not giving you enough support. Perhaps you're looking for ways to step back on your career. Maybe you want to have more time for your kids, or take time off to study, and your partner doesn't seem to be coming to the party on that. Because, you know, partnerships are partnerships. You know, I was saying to somebody the other day, it's no good being in a relationship if you never think of the us. If you're only thinking of you and I, and you're not thinking of the us. And sometimes the finances can feel that way, let's put it that way. I feel like you're feeling that there's not enough give and take. You know, it's just kind of reinforcing all of this stuff, you know. You feel like there's just not enough give and take. It's unequal. It might very well have to do with the financial situation. And you're comparing yourself to others. In the near future, universe is saying, or spirit is saying, you're going to keep dwelling on this thing, you know, keep looking at keep looking to the outside instead of looking back at your relationship and focusing on your relationship. And I'm hoping this is going to be a short-term thing because it's near future. Because often the thing that will make you happy is right there, and you're only looking at the things that are making you unhappy by perhaps comparing other couples. Cancer, I think you feel like you're a little bit, like your life's a little bit out of control at the moment, but that's an illusion. It really is in control. And I know you have moments where you feel that, you're just being thrown along this path, trundling down this highway, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Okay, but in this position, that's a false feeling. Okay, it's a false feeling. If you're feeling out of control, it's not a reality. Your partner wants to talk to you very, very desperately, because I think that they already feel that there's a gap widening between the two of you, and they want to talk. And obviously, I think, communication is like the key to everything. Because very often when we are, and I just want to bring up this overall energy of the deck that I pull out and keep this side, is one of celebration, and it could be finding happiness because your kids are happy. It could literally mean a celebration with friends. But it's a celebration. It's like a general celebration over the reading. The advice from universe is to sort out the truth from the facts. So maybe you need to, and that's why there's communication required. If you think your partner doesn't know about this inequality, it's best to talk to that person, because you may be thinking, oh, they don't know what I'm going through. They don't know what I'm going through. When in actual fact, all it needs is a conversation. So the first, the Fool is a new journey, okay? And I see this as mean, once you tackle whatever's going on, okay, sort out the truth from the lies, and you'll be back on track. It's going to be a complete, like your whole relationship is renewed again. That's a good outcome, because you got the Three of Cups as the energy here. You're feeling there's no give and take. Perhaps there's money inequality going on in the relationship. You're seeing all sorts of problems, but in actual fact, in the background, there's something good there still that you need to look at. You feel like you're out of control. Talk and sort out what the truth and the lies are. Find out what's going on. Maybe there's something going on with that person that you don't know about. But believe me, once you communicate and you start talking to each other, it'll be like a total renewal. I want to look at this Moon card for clarification. Where are you? I think, Cancer, you've had a conversation with somebody in your past. Somebody in your past has popped up. Might even be an ex. But usually this somebody in your past is like an old friend from school. somebody who might be doing really, really well in their relationship, or that's what they're telling you, and you kind of feeling jealous of what they have. And maybe, or maybe you've met somebody, you know, outside of the relationship, and they're like making some offers to you. Or maybe your partner's met somebody. Maybe this is what this deception's about. Might be an ex of your partner. I don't know, this is a bit weird. I'm going to just clarify this Ace of Swords. No, I don't think your partner's cheating on you. I think the Ace of Swords is the communication card, and clarifying the communication card comes back to this talking again. Okay, and then once we're talking, we've got the Fool for complete new journey, and we've got 2 10s. Financial 10, which is happiness, in terms of maybe you've sorted out your missions in inequality, and 10 of Cups is emotional happiness. So really, Cancer, if there's something going on with you and your partner, really the key is communication. Don't say things until you've thought about it. Okay? Talk to your partner. You're not out of control. This thing's not out of control. You have the potential to start this thing completely from the beginning again, like a complete renewal of your relationship. But the key is communication. And if communication, you sort out all the shit between the two of you, the things that are not being said, the things that each other think about each other, that's not going on really. Maybe you've been suspecting that he's been with somebody in the past, but clearly it's not. Because if you talk about it, you'll find that just talking, everything's going to come right. Hope you got something out of that, Cancer, and I will see you for your weekly reading quite shortly, actually.